The reasons behind Cher and Sonny Bono's widow's legal dispute, and the specifics of the lawsuit. Cher's life story is one of ups and downs, from having big dreams at a young age to juggling a career spanning more than 5 decades. Her relationship with Sonny Bono opened up a new chapter in their story. But since his untimely death, Cher's and Bono's widow Mary's relationship has taken a legal turn. Decades later, the story of the famous couple's breakup takes on a new dimension thanks to the courtroom drama surrounding royalties. Cher always wanted to be famous, even as a small child. Her dream of becoming a well-known singer was sparked by seeing Cinderella when she was just 3 years old. She came from modest beginnings to become an iconic figure in American culture, and today she represents the epitome of perseverance and transformation. Her rise to fame was paved with obstacles, but her perseverance saw her through, leading to a career spanning over 50 years and record sales exceeding 100 million copies globally. Similar to her career, Cher's personal life has seen highs and lows. Cher was not raised in an ideal environment. Her father was absent for most of her childhood due to drug abuse and criminal activity, and her mother was an occasional actress. At 16, she left her family and decided to drop out of high school, stepping out into the world with a dream and a determination. Cher met Sonny Bono, an aspiring musician 11 years her senior, in Los Angeles. Cher moved into his home and claimed to be 18, so their relationship began on a platonic level. Rather than being attracted to each other physically, their relationship was built on respect and common goals. Cher remembers that at one point Bono said to her, "I don't find you very attractive," underscoring the lack of physical attraction in their relationship. When they first started dating, their relationship was centered around their careers. They performed in bars and as backup vocalists for legendary record producer Phil Spector. With more experience, Bono naturally took on the role of decision-maker, a dynamic Cher initially came to terms with. But the dynamics started to change as their relationship developed into a romantic one, leading to their marriage in 1964 and the birth of their daughter Chastity in 1969. Stifled and overworked, Cher became resentful of Bono's domineering demeanor. Cher's freedom was sacrificed in order for them to achieve their success, which included hit songs like "I Got You Babe" and "The Beat Goes On," as well as a nicely received variety show on CBS. Their complicated personal and professional lives finally caused them to separate in 1974 due to tension. Following their split, Cher's popularity increased and Bono's music career declined. While Bono went into politics and the restaurant industry and got married again, she made a name for herself as a successful solo artist and actress. Though their paths were far apart, they remained respectful of each other. Following their breakup, they were able to reconcile thanks in large part to Bono's sincere apologies to Cher. His acknowledgement of the harm he had caused her allowed for healing and closure, even though it did not change the past. Cher stated, "The fact that he came and said it meant something to me, that at least he acknowledged that he had been hurtful." They kept up their joint endeavors even after their marriage ended. Cher remembers their joyous times together, mostly on set, with fondness. "We really made each other laugh," she recalled. "Something like that is impossible to fake." Tragically, Bono died in a skiing accident in January 1998. Despite being an expert skier, he lost his life while going alone down a moderate slope. A few hours later, ski patrols discovered his body partially hidden by trees on the Heavenly Ski Resort's Upper Orion Trail, which runs along the Nevada-California border. He had been skiing, but he had fallen behind his wife, Mary Whittaker, and their 2 kids. Cher paid tribute to Bono, expressing gratitude for his important influence in her life. She gave him credit for turning a shy 16-year-old girl and a voice-impaired man into one of the most popular and successful couples of their generation. She was crying and said, "He allowed himself to be the butt of our jokes, but people don't realize he created Sonny and Cher." In the more than 20 years that followed Bono's death, the relationship between his widow and his ex-wife, Cher, became increasingly strained. Cher filed a lawsuit against Mary in 2021. Mary had previously been a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. The lawsuit concerned the royalties Cher and Bono had produced together on their hit songs. According to court records, Cher claims that her ownership of her royalties and other rights established under their 1978 divorce agreement have been contested on the basis of a clause in the Copyright Act of 1976. According to her, Mary made an attempt to revoke the terms of the divorce settlement, which gave Cher half ownership of the royalties and other assets acquired during her union with Bono. In the course of the divorce, Bono and Cher decided to split up all of the assets they had before getting married. Cher was also given the authority by Bono to authorize any third-party contracts pertaining to musical compositions and composition royalties. But Mary stopped the payments after claiming her copyright termination right, which led to a legal battle. U.S. District Judge John A. Cronstadt declined to dismiss the case in a preliminary ruling issued in March 2023. He concluded that Cher should not receive any royalties from recording rights that Mary had reclaimed. He hinted that Cher might still be entitled to those payments under the terms of the divorce agreement, though by delaying his decision regarding the underlying musical compositions. The judge ruled in part, saying, "On this record, it has not presently been established that her rights to the composition royalties have been terminated." After Bono passed away in 1998, Cher was acknowledged as the owner of royalties and other assets by Mary, who took over as Bono's executor. However, in 2016, without Cher's knowledge or consent, Mary and Wixon Publications sent a termination notice to a number of music publishers and other businesses to whom Bono had granted a transfer or license of the renewal copyrights in the musical compositions. Cher was notified in September 2021 that her approval rights had expired and that she was no longer entitled to royalties. Cher, however, contends that Mary and other parties have broken their contract and refutes every assertion made by the Bono Collection Trust. Cher alleges that she suffered damages in excess of $1 million as a result of these alleged violations. She wants to create a constructive trust over the undivided half of the royalties that she is the rightful owner of, but that Mary and other people have received instead of paying her. Cher submits a conservatorship request for her 47-year-old son, calling it the worst thing a parent can endure. Worldwide symbol Cher has requested conservatorship over her son, who is 47 years old. Supporters have prayed for Cher and her family and expressed hope that the singer's grown son will get well. Cher's protective and loving motherhood has also been praised by the public, who also said that the circumstances are the worst thing for a parent to endure. The 77-year-old, internationally recognized superstar Cher has filed for conservatorship of her adult son at the Los Angeles Superior Court. According to documents, the singer of Believe is apparently asking to be the only conservator of her 47-year conservatorship was granted because of her son's purported drug abuse problems. According to court documents, Cher's son is also unfit to handle his financial assets responsibly due to the alleged substance abuse issues. The conservatorship is an urgent priority because Elijah Blue Allman is expected to receive financial gains from his trust before the year is out. According to the document, he is currently unable to manage his assets due to severe mental health and substance abuse issues. Mary Angela King, Allman's spouse, is purportedly unsuitable to take on the role of conservator for him because the two are divorcing and have experienced problems with mental health and drugs. Allman's guarded mother naturally worries that any money her son receives will only encourage his bad habits and endanger his life. The document also states that Cher genuinely cares about Allman and only wants what's best for him, and that she has made numerous attempts to get him the assistance he needs. Upon hearing the news, Cher's admirers rallied around her, commending her for doing the right thing. The musician and her son received sympathy from supporters who described the circumstances as the worst thing for a parent to endure. Others said, "So sad," and sent prayers to the family. "I hope he receives the support he requires and recovers." "What wouldn't you do to save your child's life?" asked a different commenter. Cher, who filed for legal separation from her son's father in 1977, disclosed Allman's struggles with substance abuse 2 months before the filing. The Mamma Mia. "Here we go again," actress revealed. "My name is Mamma Mia. In one way or another, it is my responsibility to try to assist my kids. You go above and beyond for your kids." Cher is committed to being a fiercely protective mother, even though a media outlet claims that the mother and son have experienced their fair share of ups and downs. Allman also said, "She's really talented," demonstrating his respect and love for his mother. "She's really beautiful. She looks like Cher. What could one not love?" A hearing for a temporary order is planned for early in the new year, and a hearing for a permanent order is scheduled for March in relation to the case of Allman's devoted mother filing for conservatorship.